Okay. The only other thing that you might need is a larger towel if you have a yoga mat. So usually Pilates mats are very thick. Mine here is about 1/2 inch thick. And that's because there's some rocking exercises that we do that are meant to massage the spine. And if you have like a yoga mat on a wood floor, instead of massaging your spine, you might just end up like rubbing your bones into a hard surface. So if you just have a thin yoga mat and you're on like a wood floor, not a rug or a carpet, you can just put a thick towel underneath your yoga mat to make your mat more cushioned. Okay, we are going to get started. Welcome to Pilates. This is an all-level Pilates class. My name is Angelica, and the disclaimer that I always give is, even though I'm going to say do this thing to make the exercise harder, you don't have to make the exercise harder, and you should not make the exercise harder if your form is not perfect. So only do the things that make things more difficult if you have exact perfect form. But if you're struggling to hold the alignment and do the exercise, stick with the basic version of the exercise. So I want you to roll your towel up, hold it the long way, and roll it up. And this is going to go behind our head. So I want you to lie on the mat. Ooh, there we go. I want you to lie down on the mat, and I want you to put the towel underneath the back of your head, not underneath your neck. Just trying to get my whole mat in the frame. And then once it's under the back of your head, I want you to bring your elbows shoulder width apart. And you can start with your knees bent. So keep your elbows shoulder width apart and feel your head stretching away from your shoulders and your shoulders stretching away from your ears. You can even shimmy your shoulders further down the mat, like further away from your head. And then come onto your tiptoes so your butt is on the ground, your shoulder blades are on the ground, and your toes are on the ground, but not your heels. And we're going to practice the Pilates curl. This is our warm-up today. So can you curl your head up by bringing your chin to your chest, creasing your shirt right where your sternum is, right at the base of your sternum, and curling up as high as you can so that you can see your belly button or your thighs. And if you're in the proper Pilates curl, you should be able to lift your toes right off the mat and nothing should move. Not very high, just a tiny little bit. Your stomach should pull in and then rest your toes on the mat. Lower your head down. Again, curl your head up on your exhale. Crease your shirt right at the base of your sternum. Try to get your core to pull in and not push out. Check your form by floating your toes just off the mat. Just off the mat, not very high. And lower down and lower your head down. Straighten your legs on the mat. Squeeze your heels together. Curl your head up. Lift your right leg up. Don't let it bend. Lower it down. Lift your left leg up. Don't let it bend. Lower it down. Lift your right leg up. Are you still curled up all the way so you can see your thighs and your belly button? Lift your left leg up. Lower it down and lower your head down. Good. So that is the Pilates curl with the towel. It's much harder to do the Pilates curl without the towel. So let's see if you can do it and have the same form. So now I want you to reach the towel to the ceiling. Pull it nice and taut with your hands so that your shoulder blades pull together. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, curl your head up, point your feet, hover the towel over your thighs. Can you still see your belly button? That's how high your head is curled up. And is your belly button pulling in? Now challenge your Pilates curl by lifting your towel up to the ceiling, lowering it down but not touching the thighs. Lift it up, Keep your head up. That's where your head tries to fall. Don't let your head fall. Lower it down. Lift it up. Look at your belly button. Lower down. One more time, lift up. And lower down. And then put that towel back behind your head. Gives you a little neck stretch. And then lower your head down to the towel. Okay. So, for now, we are not going to use the towel for the first exercise. Just set it off to the side somewhere. And reach your arms to the ceiling. Anytime you reach your arms, I want you to stretch your fingers out so that your hand looks arched. Curl your head up. Press your arms down next to your sides. Lift your left leg up to 45 degrees in the air. Pump your arms up and down. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is hard, stick with the one-legged version. If this is easy, lift your other leg to 45 degrees. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, are your fingers still stretched out? Exhale, are your heels together, toes apart if your legs are straight? Inhale and exhale. Don't flop your hands. Pump your whole arm as if your arms are stiff. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your knees into your chest. Rest your head on the mat. Place that towel back underneath your head. Straighten your legs on the mat. So now we're going to keep heels together, toes apart, but we're going to flex the feet towards the face. So heels together, toes apart, feet are pulling towards your face. When the towel is under your head, you have your elbows shoulder width apart. And then inhale as you prepare for the exercise. On your exhale, curl your chin to your chest. And then peel the rest of your spine off the mat, one bone at a time. It's a very hard exercise to do with the towel. Yeah. Oh, it's a struggle. Okay. So we're going to modify this. I want you to unroll the towel. And I want you to fold the towel in half this way. And then I want you to fold the towel in half again, the same way. And then I want you to roll the towel up into a roll. This is going to help you with your roll up. So now it's nice and circular. And it's going to support your lumbar spine, because that's what makes the roll up hard. That's why people get stuck. Their lumbar spine collapses to the mat. So this is going to support your lumbar spine, that roll under your lumbar spine. If it feels too thick, just leave the tail end of the towel unrolled, like so. And then it will be the exact right thickness for your particular spine. Okay, so now let's see if you can do that a little bit better now that you have support for your spine. So heels together, toes apart, flex your feet. Reach your arms back. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest, pull your toes closer to your face. Now the towel supports you, roll up one bone at a time. See how much easier that is? So it's not cheating, right? It's not like doing the work for you. You still have to use your core. It's just making the exercise accessible. You can do it with the correct form. See how much you can curve your spine. See if you can reach your fingers over your toes. Don't grab your toes. That's a very common habit. I'll call it a bad habit. Because most people can reach past their toes. And if we just stop here, we're not stretching your spine all the way. See how far you can go. Even if you can't touch your toes, you're thinking that one day you can. If you can touch your toes, you're thinking that you can reach past your toes. Inhale as you roll back down. So same thing as we rolled up. Now we're rolling down one bone at a time. It's very precise. Your stomach pulls in all the way. Your arms reach back. And you go into the next one. Exhale as you roll up, pull your toes toward your face. Proper form, no hoisting, no knee bends. Gorgeous. Make sure you're looking at your thighs. No, don't ever have your arms look like this, right? Stretch those fingers out. Inhale as you roll back down. Your hand will always look like my hand. It will always be arched. If your hand doesn't arch like this, you are not stretching your connective tissue all the way. You're not fully engaging all your muscles. And if you don't do that, you miss muscles in your upper back. 2 more roll-ups. Reach your arms back. Exhale as you reach your arms forward to roll up. No hoisting, no toes together. It's always heels together, toes apart. There we go. Look at your belly button. Inhale as you roll down. If you don't look at your belly button, you're probably shortening the back of your neck, right? You're doing this. So look at your belly button. Last one. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to roll up. Can you control your feet? That was better. Look at your belly button. And roll back in. Okay. Once you get down there, I want you to you can just bend your knees, take the towel out from under you, and roll it up the long way. So the goal is to be able to do the roll up without needing that lumbar support. But you want to use the lumbar support if the roll up looks sloppy or if you have to hoist yourself, right? Like it's not better to just say, oh, I did it without the towel, so I did a great job. You probably used the wrong muscles, okay? So over time, like the more you use that lumbar support, you'll strengthen your deep core. One day you won't need it anymore. We're gonna go back to towel underneath the head. So once you have the towel rolled up the long way, put it under your head. Straighten your legs on the mat, elbows shoulder width apart. Come back into that Pilates curl. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your left leg as close to 90 degrees as you can get it without bending it. Turn your thigh out. Circle your leg towards your right leg. Down around to your left and up. Keep going. Can you keep the rest of your body perfectly stable, especially the foot that's on the floor? As you make that circle, 2 more. Right, down, around, left. Look at the foot on the floor. Right, down, around, left. Reverse. Left, down, around, right. Up, left, down, around, right. Stop at the top. If your hip is popping, make the circle smaller. Left, down, around, right. Up, last one. Left, down, around, right. Up, and then lower your head down and straighten that leg. Okay, make sure your feet are centered. Curl your head back up. Lift your right leg as close to 90 degrees as you can get without bending it. You'll see my leg is not at 90 degrees. Circle left, down, around, right, up. Left, down, around, right, up. Try to keep the rest of your body stable. That's what's hard about this. Left, down, around, right, up. Left, down, around, right, reverse. Right, down, around, left, up. Right, down, around, left, up. Keep reaching your elbows forward. Don't let your elbows do something crazy. Right, down, around, left, up, and then lower that leg, lower your head. Okay, so now I want to see what your roll-ups look like if you don't have the towel under your low back. So I'm going to let you use your arms though. So reach the towel backwards. Hold it between your hands, reach it behind you. Flex your feet. Flex your feet, knees towards your face. Inhale, curl your head and arms off the mat. Exhale, try to peel the rest of your spine up. So the towel is very informative, right? Good, fight for it, you got it, yes, good. The towel is very informative of like what muscles you have to access to do the roll up with good form. Okay, so now that we're up here, we're gonna do a very hard exercise. This is your spine massage. So make sure you're not like on too hard of a surface, okay? Basic version of rolling like a ball. You're gonna put the towel under your feet. You're going to slide your hands under the towel, not pick it up from above. underneath. So you can make a little bit of a bicep curl, but make sure your knees are bent. Now, I don't want you to crank your neck back to lift your feet off the ground. I want you to look down. I want you to pull your feet closer to your body. And I want you to use your upper back and core to lift your feet off the mat. So now we're in a ball shape. This is called rolling like a ball. Don't push your feet away from your butt. Pull your feet towards your butt. As compact as you can get. Some people are as flexible as me. They'll be able to get like this. Okay. Pull the towel with your arms. Push into the towel with your feet. Do you feel your lowest core muscles engaged? If they do not engage, widen your knees wider. So it's heels together, knees apart. Looks like this. There we go. You have to stay in this exact shape. So keep your chin to your chest, put your stomach in. You're going to rock backwards. When you rock up, don't bring your heels away from your butt. The only recourse you have here is to push into the towel harder to engage your core muscles more. Okay, see how I didn't cheat? I just kept on rocking. Good, you guys, keep going. Push into the towel to engage your core. Good, nice job, guys. And obviously everyone has a different length of arms and legs. So the towel is helpful because you can hold anywhere on the towel to make this more accessible, right? If you feel like it's hard to grip the towel, slide your hands closer to the ends of the towel. Nice job, you guys. So that's the basic version. If that feels challenging, stick with that one. If you want more of a challenge, and I really do mean more of a challenge, this one's hard. Put your feet on the ground. Put the towel behind your head. You probably will hold right on the ends of the towel. Put your elbows on your kneecaps, not past your kneecaps. Slide your feet towards you until they lift off the ground. You have to stay in this exact shape. Your elbows are super glued to your knees. You cannot take them off, even if you never get up. Pull your stomach in to rock back. Try to rock up with elbows on knees. It's the morning, so your spine is not as limber, so you probably can't get up on the first try. But don't cheat and take your elbows underneath. This is my hardest thing as a teacher. Because even if I was in person with you, I would say all of the same things and everyone would still let their elbows come off their knees. So it's not about what I say, it's about your discipline. Can you force your body to keep your elbows on your knees and access your deeper core muscles? And that's it. That's how progress more advanced levels in Pilates works. It's all about your level of discipline. Good job, guys. Okay, so we're going to put the towel, if you don't already have it there, behind the head. And we're going to find a position with our feet where we can have our toes on the mat, but not our heels. So not too close to your butt, though. Roll down very slowly. Very, very slow. Feel every single part of your core engage. Squeeze your legs together. And now stop when the bottom tips of your shoulder blades touch the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg out into the air. Switch sides. Switch, switch, switch. Try to curl up higher. Try to use your elbows. Your elbows shouldn't be an afterthought. Your elbows should be reaching towards your thighs. Yes. Now go twice as fast. Switch, 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 switch. Rest everything on the floor. You can bend your knees, rest your feet on the floor, rest your head on the floor, rest your elbows on the floor. Okay. And now, bring your elbows back together. Or not really together, shoulder width apart. Curl your head back up and bring both knees into your chest. Squeeze your heels together and stretch both legs out into the air with pointed feet, heels together, pointed feet. And bend your knees into your chest, heels together, toes apart. Inhale out. Are you squeezing your thighs and butt muscles? Exhale, bend. Inhale out, hold it.
Exhale, bend. The biggest mistake people make is they don't hold the hard part of the exercise. Inhale, stretch out, hold it. Exhale, bend in. Feet pointed the whole time. Inhale, stretch out, hold it. There we go. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, bend it in. Last one. Inhale, stretch out, hold your legs there. Curl up higher with your head. And exhale, bend it in. That's Pilates. I see it all the time. Rest everything on the mat. All the time, whether it's mat Pilates or machine Pilates, people get right out of that difficult position so quickly because I think we're all used to the typical way of exercising, which is like, I gotta get through 15 reps, so I better bring my legs back in quick. We do like 5 to 8 reps. So we hold it, then we come in, okay? Rock up to sitting. This is an exercise that most people have to modify because of flexibility. So let's test your flexibility. Straighten your legs on the mat. Open your feet as wide as the mat. Most people do not have the flexibility to sit on the floor with their legs straight and their spine neutral. What does neutral spine mean? It means your spine looks the way it looks when you're standing up. So nobody looks like this when they're standing up. Nobody has a curved lower back. Everyone has an arched lower back. Can you get that low back to arch? Mine is like barely there. It's a little bit stiff today. So for me today, even though normally I would do this exercise with straight legs, for me today, I'm going to bend my knees a little bit because it lets me arch my low back more. I care more about optimal spine than straight legs. For you, that might not be enough. You might have to cross your legs to get optimal spine. Okay, and you'll feel it because it shouldn't feel impossibly difficult to hold the spine straight. So once you've found your correct modified position, put the towel behind your head, elbows shoulder width apart. Feel how nice it feels to stretch your spine downward and upward just by pressing the back of your head into the towel and pulling the towel forward with your hands, right? Get that length in the spine. Flex your feet if your legs are straight. Bring your chin to your chest and imagine you're peeling your spine off a wall behind you. See how much I'm pulling my core in? Pull your core in. Your face goes towards the floor. Your hips flex a lot. And then keep pressure on the towel as you stack your spine up tall. And now there's another imaginary wall behind you. Now you're back against that wall. So exhale, chin to chest. If your legs are straight, your feet are flexed, you're pulling your stomach in as much as you can. You're not losing the resistance against the towel. Remember how I said people don't hold the hard position? Everyone should still be down here with me. Don't be in a rush to get out of these positions. This is the exercise, the spine stretch forward. This is your spine stretch. This is the good stuff. So can you lengthen your spine longer by pulling your stomach in and then stack up tall? One more time with the towel. Exhale, stomach pulls in. Feel the resistance of your head against the towel. Round forward. Are your elbows shoulder width apart still? Or maybe slightly wider than the shoulders if your knees are in the way. Inhale, stack up tall. So that's like the basic version of the exercise. I like that version because most people don't lengthen their neck when they do this the non-basic way. So pay attention to your neck. Drop the towel. Reach your arms in front of you. Reach your arms up to the ceiling without moving your spine. Exhale, lower your hands down to the floor. Slide your hands forward, chin to chest. Pulse forward 2 times. 1, 2. Inhale, stack up tall. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Stomach pulls in. Exhale, chin to chest. Hands to the mat. Round forward and pulse. 1, 2. Inhale, stack up tall. Reach the arms up. If your legs are straight, your feet are flexed. Exhale, lower and pulse. 1, 2. Inhale up. Last time, exhale forward. Hands to the mat, chin to the chest. Core pulls in. Pulse. Pulse. Inhale, stack up tall. Good. Now, if your legs are crossed, straighten them. Scoot your body forward on the mat so your butt is in the middle of the mat. Straighten your legs. Point your feet. Hover your hands over your legs. Lift your legs and grab your ankles. Don't overthink it, just try it. Good. Now your feet should be apart. If your legs are straight, pull your stomach into rock back and rock back up. If your legs will not straighten, you're going to bend your legs to tabletop and you're going to slide your hands down to the back of your thigh instead of your ankle. No one should be holding their calves. It's either ankles or it's thighs. Okay? Here we go. Pull your stomach in to rock backwards. When you rock up, don't slide your hands down your legs. See, even I'm being disciplined, and I'm the teacher, but I'm not cheating, because I know it won't help me engage my deep core. There we go. So I have super glued my hands in place. My hands will not move, okay? You have to be so disciplined. Good job, you guys. All right, lower your feet. Grab the towel. Put it under your legs. I like to hold the towel so that my hands are like right next to my hips for this exercise. So again, we're going to do that transition where we lift our heels and only our toes are on the mat, squeeze our legs together and try to roll down slowly. And then once you're down there, press your knuckles into the mat. Don't let your wrists press into the mat, just your knuckles. Bring your knees into your chest. Straighten your legs to the ceiling. Pull the towel apart and circle your legs to the right. Down, around, left, center. Reverse it, but keep your heels together, toes apart. Are your wrists touching the ground? They have a tendency to do that. Don't let your wrists touch the ground. Your thumbs are under the towel. Your fingers are over the towel. You're pulling the towel apart as much as possible to flatten your shoulder blades on the mat. Do one more. Oh, keep your heels together. I don't want to see your feet change. I want to see beautiful V feet. Feet make the letter V. Better. And then bring your knees into your chest. Rock up to sitting. Okay, no towel for this one. This one's a nice stretchy one. So find the same sitting position you had before. However you modified to get your spine optimal, that's how you're going to do this exercise. If you're flexible enough to straighten your legs, open your legs a little bit wider than your mat. Reach your arms out to the side. So only if you're flexible enough, guys, right? A lot of people just copy what I'm doing, but I'm not necessarily the same, I don't have the same body as you have, right? So I want everyone to get into the position that is best for their body, that makes your spine the most optimal. If your spine looks like this, you are gripping your hip flexor right here, and you are not using your core. I can actually just push my core right out. But if my back is arched, now my core is pulling in and I'm not even pulling it in. It just is pulling in because I'm in an optimal posture. So everyone straighten your legs and feel how much your core feels engaged. And then everyone bend your knees. Cross your legs. Arch that back. Arch it, arch it. Feel how much your core is engaged. If your core, literally feel with your hands. If your core is more engaged when you're sitting like this, you should sit like this. Every single exercise in Pilates is a core exercise. And if it's hard to sit like this, you might just have to put pillows under your knees, right? Okay. So you're keeping your low back arched. Reach your arms out to the sides. Inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, twist to the right. This is called the saw. I want you to saw off your pinky toe with the edge of your pinky finger. 1, 2. Inhale up. Exhale left. Look at your belly button. 1, 2. Inhale up. exhale right. Look at your belly button. 1, 2, inhale up, exhale left, belly button. 1, 2, inhale up, exhale right. One more each side. Look at your belly button. Look at your belly button. Watch me, you guys. Don't do this. This is so much strain on your neck. Our eyes tend to look where our body is moving, and we have to be very conscious of that when we do Pilates. So look at your belly button and then saw off your pinky toe. And then twist to the left. Look at your belly button. Pulse, pulse, come up to the center. Try to sit up taller. Lower your arms down. Grab your towel. Pull it onto your stomach. Now, you may have to modify this, you'll know in a moment. I want you to hold the ends of the towel, not somewhere in the middle. I want you to see if you can straighten your arms out in front of you and rest your forehead on the mat. If you cannot straighten your arms, you are going to have to modify this, okay? You are going to not hold the towel. You're going to just widen your hands as wide as you have to until your arms get straight. Okay, because not everyone's upper back is this flexible. So you're either forehead on the mat, holding the ends of the towel, or your forehead is on the mat and your hands are nice and wide to allow your elbows to get straight. Push the tops of your feet and ankles into the mat until your butt engages and your kneecaps hover off the mat. Lift your head so you can look at the towel. Pull your belly button in. And then try to slide your hands along the ground as you lift your head and chest. Beautiful. If you have a carpet, it might be a little bit difficult. It depends on how stretchy the carpet is, right? So I have a nice wood floor. I can slide my hands very easily on it. Do your best. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. Now, if I rested a book on the top of your head, would it fall off your head because you're looking too far back or looking too far down, or would it rest right on top? Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep a little tautness. Oh, try not to bend your elbows. Well, stay up there, guys. I did not say lower down. Get back up there. Now, keep a little tautness on the towel. Pull it apart a little bit. Exhale, lower. Yeah, we're getting out of these positions way too quick, you guys. You have to be able to hold that position. In Pilates, it is about the position. Does that make sense? It's not about the number of reps. It's not like I did more reps and therefore I did a better job. It's I engaged every possible muscle I could engage. My teacher told me to hold this for 30 seconds and I held it for 30 seconds in the exact, perfect, precise form. And only then did I learn out, okay? So let's lift back up and let's hold it there. Inhale, lift. Because we have to check our form. Is there an imaginary book on your head? Are you pulling the towel apart? Are your shoulder blades pulling down your back? Are the tops of your feet still pushing into the mat? Are your kneecaps still hovering off the mat? Is your butt engaged? Exhale, lower down. Okay, prop yourself onto your elbows. You're going to take your hands, put them under the towel. So now you're holding from underneath. And you're going to squeeze it tight and then rotate your wrists or your palms to face each other. So now you're pushing the towel into the ground and your palms are facing each other, but you're still pulling the towel apart. Squeeze your legs together. Watch how I do this. I'm not going to do this with my upper back. I'm going to try to hover my pelvis off the mat without hunching. So don't do this. Okay? Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Hover your pelvis. Beautiful. Kick your right heel towards your butt twice. Kick, kick, lower, switch. Why is this so hard today? Kick, kick, lower, switch. Kick, kick, lower. This looks really good, you guys. Could you get even more out of it? Could you pull your shoulder blades down your back more? Could you rest that imaginary book on the top of your head? Yes. Is your core pulled in all the way?
not 50%. One more each side. And then sit back in child's pose. So in child's pose, you want to encourage symmetry. So I want you to bring your big toes together and your knees as wide as the mat. And then if you have a tight upper back, like if the muscles in between your shoulder blades are tight or your trapezius muscles on the tops of your shoulders are tight, try to straighten your arms. Yeah. Okay, let's try the harder version of the roll up. So I want you to unroll the towel. It's going to be your lumbar support again. So we fold it, we hold it this way, we fold it in half, we fold it in half again, we roll it up. Now it is your lumbar support. You put it right under the small of your back, wherever you have the most space. And this is the harder version of the roll up. So to make it hard, keep your feet hip width apart, not mat width, hip width. Lower your head to the mat, put your palms underneath your head. Whenever we put our palms behind our head in Pilates, it is not with interlaced fingers, it is with stacked hands so that your upper back has to work. In other words, do not hold your head. Make your hands into a flat surface for your head to push against. Take a deep breath in, flex your feet. On your exhale, flatten your hands, bring your chin to your chest, peel your spine off the mat one bone at a time. My hands are still flat, my elbows are wide, my upper back is still working. Get your face as close to your legs as possible. Or is your head still pushing into your flat palms? Pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Stack up tall. Now it's even more crucial to have flat palms. Yeah. So this, not cupped hands. Can you hinge backwards? Beautiful. When you can't hinge anymore, roll down one bone at a time. And repeat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to roll up. So much discipline. Don't cup those hands. Good. You can bend your elbows forward temporarily, but then go right back into flat hands, wide elbows. Pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, stack up tall. Push your head into your hands and hinge back. And when you can't hinge anymore, tuck your pelvis, roll down one bone at a time, don't let your knees bend. Oh, let's keep these feet more precise. So flex your feet, keep your feet parallel to each other. Do not bring your feet together, guys. Your feet should be hip width apart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to roll up. Pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, stack up tall, long back of the neck, hinge backwards. Flat palms, wide elbows. Tuck and roll down when you can't hinge anymore. Very nice job, you guys. Move the towel out from under your lower back. We're gonna try a more intermediate exercise. And here's how we're gonna make it more accessible. You're gonna put the towel under your butt. You'll see that it is not under the small of my back anymore, it is under my butt. This is gonna make this a little more accessible since it is an intermediate exercise. Then press your palms flat against the floor. Bring your knees into your chest and straighten your legs up to 90 degrees. Bend your knees back in. I have to give this caveat. Don't take your hands off the mat. No matter what you do, Don't take your hands off the mat. Here we go. Stretch your legs up to 90 degrees, heels together, toes apart. Lower your legs a little bit to get momentum. Swing your legs over your head. Are your feet pointed? Okay. Now, if this is not good for your body, skip this exercise. If this feels good, it feels like a good stretch, see if you can lift your feet higher. And then see if you can roll down with your feet, heels together, toes apart, and your knees straight. And then your butt should touch the towel. Good. And you find 90 degrees. And you get your shoulder blades flatter and your palms flatter. And then you do the next one. Lower to get momentum. Don't bend your knees. Swing your feet over your head. Keep your chin away from your chest. Lift your feet a little higher if you can. You don't have to. Heels together, toes apart. Roll down. Do 2 more. Point your feet. At no point should your feet not be pointed. Good, that was nice control. Now make sure you still have heels together, toes apart as you roll down. That's the most important part, is the turn out in the thighs. Last one, lower to get momentum, swing right over your head. Good. Chin away from chest, lift your feet towards the ceiling if you can. Could you keep your feet towards the ceiling as you roll down? Make it harder. That's the hardest way. Very nice job. Once you're down, fold your knees into your chest. Move the towel out of your way. Well, we'll use it actually. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna turn onto your side. And you are going to use this towel to find more optimal posture. So it's going to go under your rib cage. And then you're going to get your elbow, your pelvis, and your legs on the edge of the mat. If you don't have a mat, you have to be so straight. Okay? It should feel very wobbly. Now, the goal in side kicks, if I took this towel away, the goal would be to look exactly how I looked with the towel there. Like this whole side of my waist lifted off the ground. So the towel is helping you, right? If you have the towel here under your waist, under the squishy part of your side, it is in the wrong spot. It should be touching bones. Then I want you to put your palm on the ground in front of you, lift both legs, bring them forward to the middle of the mat, place them down. Now, even though the towel is helping you, I still want your muscles to engage, so lengthen your head, almost try to hover yourself off the towel a little bit, and then lengthen your top leg past your bottom leg, and kick your top leg forward with a pointed foot, and stretch it back with a pointed foot. Now, we're not kicking back. I don't know why people do that. You're only kicking forward or stretching backwards. So the stretching is like, how much further can I go? Can I go further? Can I go further? Can I go forward? And then kick forward. Kick, kick, stretch back. Don't just go back. Try to stretch your head and foot in opposite directions. Longer. Some of you are going really fast. I don't want you to go fast. I want you to get more length out of the exercise. So stay with me. Kick, kick. Stretch back. Can your head reach opposite of your foot? Can your face stay exactly where it is as you stretch your leg backwards? Can you get backwards further? Can you feel your hamstring engage? And kick, kick. And stretch back. Are you trying to hover your rib cage off that towel? One more time, kick, kick, and stretch back. Sometimes you have to look at your leg back here and make sure your knee is straight. If you don't feel your hamstring engage, put your top leg on your bottom leg. Flex both feet. Turn both feet out. Now is where you want to really feel like your rib is hovering off that towel or barely pressing into that towel. Lift your top leg in the direction your foot is pointed in. It's a forward and up direction. Point your foot, lower your leg down. Flex your foot, lift your leg up. Point your foot, lower your leg down. Don't bring your shoulder to your ear. Flex, lift. Point, lower. flex, lift. Don't speed it up, point lower, stay with me. Flex, lift, point lower, flex, lift, point lower. Now keep your feet together and flex your top foot. Circle your top leg without moving your head. Tiny circles. 8, 7, 6. Make it smaller. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Make it super tiny. 5, 4. Turn your thigh out. 3, 2, 1. Cross your top leg over your bottom leg. So, ideally, your foot is like reaching towards your toes, the toes that are on the ground. But if your foot and thigh can't turn out that much and they kind of point forward, that's okay. I don't want you to force it and like hurt something. But the more open your foot and knee can be, the better. You have to reach in between to grab the outside of your ankle. Don't reach in front. And then slide your bottom leg back to the back edge of the mat and lift it up with a flexed foot. Lower it down. Lift. Lower. How high can you lift? Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower, then circle it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Oh, are you circling? As big as you can circle. Really big. Bigger than you think you can. There we go. Okay. And then lower that leg down. Slide it forward to the middle of the mat. Put your top foot just in front of your bottom foot. And you're going to flex that top foot. Okay, and then your hand can go right back in front of you. This is called the hot potato. It's a very fast exercise. That's why all the other ones have been a bit slower, because this one kind of goes into overdrive. So you're going to tap your foot to the ground, your heel to the ground 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to point your foot, lift it up, flex your foot, lower it just behind, not very far behind, just behind your bottom leg, tap 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, flex in front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, flex behind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, flex in front. 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, flex behind. 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, flex in front. 2, 1. Point, lift behind. 2, 1. Point, lift, tap in front. Point, lift, tap behind. Point, lift, tap in front. Point, lift, tap behind. 2 more times. Lift in front. Lift behind. Lift in front. Lift behind. Yeah, so before we do the other side, basically that exercise is counting down from 5. 5 taps in front, lift behind, 5 taps. Then it goes to 4 taps in front, 4 taps behind, 3 taps in front, 3 taps behind. Once we get to number 1, we're just tapping, lifting, tapping, lifting. Tapping, lifting. Yeah, and we try to do that 5 times. That was a little crazy. Okay, let's do the other side. So get that towel to the back edge of the mat. Get your body to the back edge of the mat. Position the towel where you feel like it lifts the ribs the most. And then make sure your feet are also on the back edge of the mat to start, because it gets your pelvis neutral. Okay. Lengthen your head away from your top leg. Lengthen your top leg longer than your bottom leg. Lift both legs, bring them to the front, the middle of the mat, not the front of the mat, the middle of the mat, place them down. This is slow. It is slow for a reason. It is because it is our first side kick, and people do side kicks very wrong with the wrong form. So go slow. Point your top foot. Lengthen your top leg longer than your bottom leg. Lengthen your head away from your top leg. Kick forward with control. Kick, kick.
stretch back. I want you to see how far you can stretch. I want you to stay there and stretch your connective tissue, especially the front of your hip. Lengthen longer. Can you get hovering off that towel? Exhale as you kick. 1, 2. Inhale, stretch back and hold it and indulge in the stretch. Your elbow stretches further. The top of your head stretches further. Your toes stretch further. Kick, kick. 1, 2. Inhale, stretch back, get longer, 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 longer. Exhale, kick, kick. Inhale, stretch longer. Exhale, kick, kick. Inhale, stretch it back, hold it there, lengthen the body. One more time, exhale, kick, kick. Inhale, stretch back, get longer. Oh, some of you are doing this, watch me. This is not a core exercise. This is called counterbalance. My foot went back, so my head went forward. That's not Pilates. When your leg goes back, imagine a pane of glass in front of your nose. Don't touch your nose to the pane of glass. One more time. Kick, kick. Now stretch back and bring your shoulders back. And don't let your shoulders go forward. In fact, do it the advanced way. Put your hand on your head. And see if you can still stretch your leg back that far with your hand on your head. Then you will know if you were cheating, right? By leaning forward. Place your top leg on your bottom leg. Flex both feet. Turn both feet out. Lift your top leg in the direction your foot points. So it's forward and up. Point your foot to lower your foot down. Flex your foot to lift. Point your foot to lower. This is where you kind of really feel your rib resting on that towel, and that's okay. It's pretty hard to lift the ribs on this one. Point lower, flex, lift. Point lower, don't bend your knee, flex, lift. Point lower, don't bend your knee when you lift it, flex, lift. I'm seeing a lot of bent knees. Do one more, do not let your knee bend. Okay. Keep your heels together, toes apart, flex your top foot, make the tiniest circle you can with your top leg. 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to brush your heels or inner thighs together. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your top leg over your bottom leg. You will see that my foot is parallel to my thigh. That is ideal if you can get there. If you cannot, don't force it. Sometimes your foot faces the camera and your knee faces the camera. That's okay. Grab the outside of your ankle. Slide your bottom leg backwards. Flex your bottom foot, lift it up. Lower it down. Lift, lower. If your wrists or your neck hurt, you can rest your head on your bicep. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Now we do our huge circles. Big, big, big. Circle 5, 4, 3. Try to stabilize your other knee. 2, 1. Reverse, lengthen your head out of your shoulders. 5, 4, 3. Oh my goodness. 2, 1, and put your leg down, bring it to the middle of the mat, and place your other leg just in front of it with your heel on the ground. So this is called the hot potato. Remember, we're counting down from 5. It's 5 taps in front, 5 taps behind, 4 taps in front, 4 taps behind. Here we go. Turn your foot out, tap 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex behind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex in front. 4, 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex behind. 4, 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex in front. 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex behind. 3, 2, 1, point, lift, flex in front. 2, 1, point, lift, flex behind. 2, 1, here we go. Lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind, lift up, tap in front, lift up, tap behind. One more set. Up, in front, up, behind. You've earned your stretch. Flip onto your back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Switch legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Okay. Your final exercise, 3 beautiful, perfect teasers. Use good lumbar support, so slide that towel under your low back. Teaser is my favorite part of class. So, straighten your legs. Bring your hands by your sides, palms face up. Take a deep breath and exhale. Lift your head, look at your toes. Lift arms, legs, and torso off the mat at the same time. Palms face up. Are your legs off the mat? Circle your arms. 3, heels together. 2, 1, and inhale as you lower down. Squeeze your heels, squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, lift right back up. Now reach your arms to the ceiling, let your palms face each other, lower your legs. Lift your legs, lower your legs. Lift your legs, 1 more. Lower, lift, palms face your feet, reach behind you to roll down to the mat. Last teaser, last exercise. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up, reach for your toes. Can you circle your arms one way, legs the opposite way? Can you reverse that? And then can you reach behind you to lower your body down? Get that nice core stretch. Rock up to sitting. And you guys are done. Yay! So unfortunately,